me see if I'm on my iPad or not. Okay, well, we're landscape, but we're showing upside down, so I'm going to should I leave it as is? I think I better leave it as is. Alright, so let's get started here. Paper Pumpkin is a monthly kit that you get sent to you each month. It has everything that you need, except for maybe the first kit you get, you'll get an acrylic block for it, but after that you won't get any more, so you have to use the one that they sent you the first time. And other than that, everything comes with it except for your scissors and maybe an added adhesive. Alright, so I'm going to be looking at these kind of upside down. Don't forget that celebration is still going on until August 31st. And what that is that you can earn free products. So if you have any questions on that, reach out to me. And here's the Paper Pumpkin kit for August. They give us a sneak peek. They don't tell us exactly what's in the kit, but they just give us some little hints here and there. So it's called Sweet Sunflowers. And you have until August 10th to sign up for that kit. So if you're interested, be sure you reach out to me. Or there is a link on the description of this video that you can click on and it'll take you to the website to sign up. Okay, so here's our Paper Pumpkin kit. We get a Bermuda Bay Stampin' Spot. A stamp set here. I don't know if you can see it very well. I'm going to see if that picks it up very well. We've got a boat, a ship, a seahorse, and some underwater grass, and a little note that you can put in the bottle. And then it's got sentiments that says, wishing you all the best, can't wait to see you, thinking of you, and sending good thoughts. So, I don't know if it's showing very well on the camera. Be sure that you come on and say hello so I know who's here. This all comes wrapped in tissue paper, so it's like opening up a gift every month. It's like Christmas or a birthday. So we're going to set the box aside, and then this is all sealed with saran wrap, or cellophane wrap. So we're going to get in there and see what we have. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to be surprised too, right along with you. Got butterfingers going on. I hate technical difficulties when I have to do my Facebook Lives. I don't know what it is. It's always something. But you just don't need to sweat the small stuff, I guess. Alright. And it comes with the instructions. I'm trying to hold these so that you can see them, being that our camera's upside down. The instructions, sending good thoughts. Paper Pumpkin Kit, July 2022. And it gives you the 3 cards that we're going to be making today. And these are 9 cards, 3 designs of each. And it comes with also the envelopes to go along with it. So here's all the instructions. I don't know if you can see all of them on the camera view, but we'll go through them one by one. And then on the back, it also gives you some alternate ideas. And you can go on to the website, the Paper Pumpkin website, and you can get some more ideas of alternates that you can use. Okay, it comes with a sheet of dimensionals, some twine, and some mini glue dots. And some envelopes. Usually they have the envelope flaps decorated with designer series paper, but these are just plain, but they're still pretty. And then we've got 3 designs of each, so we have 3 of these. These are kind of embossed. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up or not. Okay, 3 of those. We have 3 of these that has the clouds and then the looks like ocean at the bottom. That's 3. And 3 more. It looks like waves. That's embossed. All these are embossed, so that's kind of cool. And then we have our card bases. We have, this is the, it says the colors that are in here too. I'm thinking it's Fresh Freesia. Yes, Fresh Freesia. Card bases. There's 3 of those. And we've got some bottles, 3 different sizes. A little label tag and a another tag. So there's 3 sheets of those. And then we have the, I think that's basic gray. And that's the card base. And then we've got some more labels here, some circles and some banners, tag. And there's 1 sheet of those. And 3 more card bases. And these must be Bermuda Bay, yeah. And then we've got some punch outs here. Looks like 3 sheets. Yeah. Let me put them together. We've got some seagulls, a seahorse, a strawfish, another seagull, the bigger ones, and then a smaller one. Well, these 2 are flying, it looks like. And then we've got our coral. So we've got 3 sheets of those. And then just the cardboard, which I kind of save these for some projects sometimes. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm just going to bring out my full size Bermuda Bay. We're going to use that. It was kind of stiff. I guess I haven't used that very much or something. And we'll get out our instructions and see what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the Fresh Freesia one. Here's our card base. And we need the waves. 1 of those. And we're going to punch out some items here. And I'm trying to see any comments that anybody that might have came on. Okay, like I said, be sure you say hello when you come on if you're watching it live. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to share it with your friends. And I'll probably be loading it to YouTube later too. So if you're watching it on YouTube, be sure you hit that subscribe button. That's right down below. And that way you'll be notified when I post new videos. I try to do at least 1 a week. So I'd really love to have you join me. Okay, and I've seen some people taking the negative side of these and use them as a stencil. So that's another option that you can save those and use it for a stencil, which I thought was a very good idea. We get more bang for our buck that way. Alright, I'm trying to be gentle with these. I don't rip any of them. They are a little delicate, but not too bad. You just can't yank at them, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, we'll take a starfish, and a seahorse. And I guess that's all that comes out of this one. And then we're going to want some circle labels, which is right here. Okay, so I think that's all I'm needing of that. So we'll set that aside. Oops, we had a seagull fall out of there. We don't need him just yet. Okay, so we're going to push all this aside. We're going to fold our card base, and we're going to burnish the edge of that really good. With our bone folder. And this is going to be a portrait card. And I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting my waves going the right direction. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to glue that down. It has mini glue dots you can use to attach it, but I'm just going to use my liquid glue. So that might be something that you want to add to your kit when you get it, is some liquid glue. Probably your scissors are two of the things that you might want to add with it or have ready. Okay. This is kind of an ombre look. It kind of fades from light to dark. Alright. Oh, I forgot the bottle. I didn't see that one there. Is that the smaller bottle or the bigger bottle? Where is it? Here it is. I'm thinking it's a... It might be the larger bottle. So we're going to pop that out of our things here. And sometimes you get paper chads when you punch them out. So I just take my fingernail and run over it and kind of smooth that out. Alright. I guess if I looked at the instructions, I would know. Okay, so here's the instructions. It says, okay, I guess we're starting out with the number 2 card. So we need the instructions for number 2, and I'm going to fold this all back out of my way. I'm limited for space here. Okay, so it's saying we're going to do some stamping. So we need these, and these are photopolymers, so you need to be using your piercing mat, which I have misplaced, of course. Oh, it's because I put it where it's supposed to be. Alright, we'll scooch these guys out of the way. Scooch this over here. And we're going to do some stamping. So we're going to mount our sentiment, which is wishing you all the best. Which is this one. And I'm using a size B block. You can get these in the annual catalog, so. And I need a scrap paper to test these on before I actually stamp it, so. And we're going to stamp that in the center of our circle. Alright. And we're going to stamp our starfish. And what we're using on that is these little dots to kind of give it a little texture. And, yep, you notice my husband sneezing. He's been sneezing all morning. It's kind of funny. Alright. I'm going to move my paper underneath here because we're going to be running off the side of the starfish a little bit. And put a little bit more right there. And okay, so there's our starfish that's colored. And then we need to stamp our grass. I need to get my Simply Chamois because I need to snitch some blocks here. So we're going to have to clean in between. Okay. You can find the Simply Chamois in our annual catalog. It's called Simply Chamois. And all you do is wet it and it cleans your stamps really good without any chemicals at all. So, alright, so what I'm doing, I'm getting the grass. Let's get sidetracked there for a minute. Okay. I'm going to stamp these a few times. Sometimes when the photopolymer stamps are new, the more you stamp, the better the color gets on them. So I like to stamp them off a few times first. Alright. And that just goes off to the right side. Alright. And any other stamping on that one? I don't believe so. I think we've got our stamping finished. Move our ink pad out of the way so we don't have an accident here. And set that over here. So we've got our starfish, our label, our bottle. Alright, so now we can start assembling it. So I've already glued down the card front. And it says to put glue dots on the back of our bottle. So I'm going to take those out of there, and I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool to get those off of the sheet. And it's got one at the top. And one there. One there. One in the middle, and then two more at the bottom. And then we've got our twine that we're going to tie around the bottle top. And it says to get 9 inches. And tape measure. And 9 inches is right about there. I know it's too hot to be outside, so today's a perfect day to be inside working on cards. Alright, I'm going to wrap this around twice, and then I'm going to just tie this at the side. And I'm going to just tie it in a knot. Okay. You can come back in and trim this off afterwards if it's too long. We'll figure that out after we get the card put together. Alright, so we got those on there. We need to put some glue dots on the back of our... Well, I don't think they used both of them. I think they're only using the red one. So we can put this one away aside for now. We're going to put some more glue dots on the back of this coral. And it's not really saying where to put them, just they've used 4, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, maybe one more. And maybe I'll put that one up here. Alright. We'll just leave those aside for now. And we're going to put a dimensional. I'm just going to grab my sheet that I've been using. And we're going to put one in the back of the seahorse. But it looks like they cut that one. And the back of the circle. I want 3. And I'm going to take this back off because they're calling for a half of one. So I've got a half one here I've already cut. There. And on the back of the starfish, we can use that one. Okay, so I think that's all the dimensionals that we're using. And we can start attaching to our card. So I'll go ahead and pop those backings off of those glue dots. Right. Put everything down in place here. Oops, it's sticking to my fingers. Okay, and we're going to place that kind of at an angle. All right. And that's showing something different down there. Not sure what that is there. And then we'll put down our coral. I'm going to have backings off of these all over the place here. Thank goodness for a broom. We don't have carpet, so we have to use a broom. Alright, and this is going to go right about there. Let me get some of these out of the way so I don't make too much of a mess. Alright, and then we're going to take the backings off of the circle and place that down. And that's going to go kind of up underneath our grass there, our coral. And then we have our starfish. And they've kind of got it sticking up on our label a little bit. And then our seahorse. He's cute. Where do we want to put him? We're going to put him right about there. And I am going to trim off these tails of this twine. Okay, so I guess that's all that goes on there. So that's the first card. And you could add some rhinestones or something to this too, and maybe even some Winca Stella. But this is just the directions that they give us of how to do it. So, and then stamp a sentiment on the inside. Okay, so we'll set that aside. We'll go on to our next card, which is number 1. Okay, and that's using the Bermuda Bay card base. And one of these banners. And just one little tag. And what else do we have here? We've got a small bottle. Okay, now we're going to be using that coral. And is that all? And then 9 inches of twine. But I don't think I need the whole 9 inches. We're going to play it by ear here. Maybe conserve a little bit. We'll punch that hole out of our little tag. Okay. Oops. Trying to see my comments if anybody said anything. Hi Sharon. Yeah, it's kind of a last minute thing. I just got my paper pumpkin kit a couple days ago, and I thought I hadn't even opened it yet, so I thought, well, why not do it online and show everybody in case nobody's really familiar with the paper pumpkin. So that was my idea. I'm glad that you're here. It's a good day to be in the house with the AC running, huh? I think we've got a cool down coming next Friday. It'll only be 90. So that's good. We'll take what we can get. Alright, now I want to find, what am I looking for? One of these. All these are embossed. I don't know if you caught the beginning or not. So it's kind of different. I don't remember them ever doing the embossed card fronts before, so this was kind of a surprise this morning when I opened it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use our glue. You can use your liquid glue, you can use your tape runner, or your stamp and seal, I should say, or glue dots, whichever you prefer as your adhesive. So I prefer using my liquid glue, my Tombow, but it's each to their own, whatever you're used to doing. First off, I got to get this straight on my card. Yeah, that's as close as it's going to get. And then we're going to take our little tag, and I'm going to take my scrap paper here. I think what I'm going to do is, they give you that cardboard that comes in your kit, and you could use this in place of a piercing mat. I'm just going to use that to give me a little cushion for my photopolymer stamps. And we're going to take those little dots, and we're going to put some on our tag, our banner. And I don't think they did the whole way. I think they just did opposite corners. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. Move all that aside. And there's the banner. Little tag, and that's using Can't Wait to See You, which is this one right here. And I'm going to use this is a, what size? That's a G stamp or acrylic block, so that's what I'm using. It does the little sentiments really good, just right size. And stamp that again. And which way do they have the hole going? I guess they've got it going that way, so I want to follow the right direction or it'll be upside down. And we're going to stamp that in the center of our little tag. Let's turn this over. It's a little bit, I think I moved it. Okay. So we've got that, and then we've got this little rolled up letter. It could be used for a diploma too, if you have a graduating. And what I do with my chamois, let's clean this off really quick. Okay. And we'll switch these out. Okay. And I'm stamping it off a few times to get condition the stamp a little bit. Alright, and that's going to be stamped in our bottle. right in the center, it looks like. I'm going to hold that little bit to let the ink soak in there. Alright, and then that's all the stamping we have to do. So we'll close it, remove the ink pad out of the way, and we'll start assembling. So the tag is going to go down first, and they're showing using the glue dots, but I'm just going to use my glue. It's faster, I think. Maybe. I think it started clogging up from sitting there opened a while. And I'm just going to line this up and hopefully it's straight. And we'll do the coral. I think I'm going to use my glue on that too. You could use your silicone mat and then just use a sponge or something to add the glue if you wanted to, but I'm too lazy to get everything out. Alright, and this kind of goes, looks like at an angle. Okay, and then we're going to tie some more string around this, the twine, or it's probably linen thread is what it is. And we're going to wrap that around a couple times, and it's, well, maybe I better go with the 9 inches because it's showing making a bow, so let's follow the directions so I don't have a mess up. Sometimes following the directions is a good thing. Alright. And let's wrap that around. And then it's showing, putting it through the little hole here in the tag. Oops. I feel like I'm all thumbs. Fingers aren't working like they should. And I'm just going to tie that. Oops, I'm going to turn our and I'm going to tie that in a knot so I can tie it in a bow without it moving on me. Let's see if we can make a bow in front of everybody, or not. Yeah, not too bad. Kind of big, but not too bad. Maybe pull those tails a little bit. Alright, and I've got that kind of facing out. And we're going to put some dimensionals. And I'm going to use a half of one at the top. And they're only showing using one, but I want to put it down so it stays. I'm going to one small one at the top and 2 larger ones at the bottom. I don't want it going anywhere. And we're going to place that down on our card and somewhat in the middle. There. I can get my bow to straighten out here a little bit. There. So that's our card number 2. And then card number 3. this one here with the ship. So we're going to need probably one of these. That seagull that we already punched out. And 2 more seagulls. 2 that are flying, 1 that's walking. And what else do we need? And we need a label. Oh, it's right here in front of me. I was looking for that and it could have bit me, it was so close. Alright, so now we're going to take that and I need to clean my stamp off again so I can use the block. And this is a D-size block that I'm using on this one. And we're going to come back in, we're going to grab our ship. And our sentiment, sending good thoughts. I'm thinking it's this one right here. Alright. And this is a H size block. So we've got a D and an H that we're using. Let me get my trash out of the way. Alright, so let's get our card base, which is the Bermuda Bay. Well, I think I goofed. Was I supposed to use the gray one for something else? Yeah, I should have used the gray for this last card, so we're going to switch it up and I'm going to use the gray for this one. So, I wasn't paying attention. See, I didn't read the directions very well. Oh well, there's no mistakes in stamping card making, because you can always usually fix them one way or the other. Okay, and we've got this blue with the clouds and the ocean. And it's looking like we're tying the twine around there. So let's take that, and it says 21 inches. So we need to measure that out. And my handy dandy ruler. So there's, we'll go 10. Oops. And then we'll go 11. And that should be about right there. Okay. And we're just wrapping that all the way around our card. Okay, it's not going around the card itself, it's just going across this. So, this is challenging today, tying all these twine on camera. I usually have problems. And I'm going to tie that into knots so it stays put until we can tie the bow. Well, goodness, fumble fingers. We're going to have to tighten it up in the back, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and scooch this a little bit. And then we'll make our bow. And of course that's way too big. We'll pull our tails to tighten it up. Well, I don't like that. Let's go with the smaller one. It's all twisted besides. Well, okay. I'm going to put a glue dot underneath there. Hold it in place. Okay. So we're going to put this up on dimensionals. So it's looking like we're doing 5, 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle. Okay. And we can put that onto our card front. Alright, let me make sure I've got that where I want it to be, and I think I'm going to tighten that up in the back. And how you do that is you pull it, and you take some Scotch tape, and place down on it where you want it to be to tighten it. So make sure we're going the right direction. I don't want my card upside down. And we'll get that centered. Well, it's got more on the bottom than it does on the top, so let's move that just a little bit. Well, maybe the third time's a charm here, because I'm having problems getting this centered. There, I think that's better. Get my comments to move on me. Alright, so now we're going to stamp on our banner here. And I'm just kind of getting rid of the rough edges where it was stuck on the paper. And we're going to use our sentiment. Sending good thoughts. And I'm going to stamp this off a few times. Bring our cardboard back over here. Being I don't have my piercing mat, I don't know. I'm thinking this is working just as good. Alright, we're going to stay towards our right side. Okay. Maybe I should be using my piercing mat. It probably give a better impression. Alright, so what did I do with it? Here it is. Let's bring our piercing mat back over here and we're going to see if that stamps better. And we're going to need a bottle, which is, I put it in here somewhere. It's the larger bottle. And I'll stamp this a few times to make sure it's inked up good. I think so. And we're going to stamp that onto our bottle. And I'm going to hold that there for just a moment. Yeah, Sharon, I kind of agree with you. Only if we're in the water, I guess, at the lake. But we've heard it's even too hot to go camping right now. Okay, so we'll set that aside. That's our bottle with the boat, our ship in the bottle. And I think I'm done with the ink, so I'm going to close that up. And I need our seagulls. Okay, and this goes up on dimensionals. Yeah, it looks like they've got 3. And I think they're putting it up over the ship, so it's going to have the dimensionals at the bottom side. Okay. Alright. And we're just gluing the ship down directly. We're not putting that up on anything. I mean the bottle and the ship. The ship in a bottle. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. And that's going to go just above our twine here. Looks like it's centered in the middle. And then we'll add our banner. And that's going to go and that's straight. Okay. Get all my dimensional backings out of the way here. And then we're going to, this one gets a dimensional just behind the head. And then it's glued with the mini glue dots on the body. So we're going to take a couple of those. And I just got it going across the body. This is a really cute set. You can't get this one, but you can sign up for next month's, which is really going to be pretty. It's going to be sunflowers. And I think it's with 2 Stampin' Spots. And then you also get a extra free gift, which is the foil honeycomb sheet. So that looks really interesting, and it has to do with watercoloring and stuff, so I'm looking forward to that one too. Each month is so fun to look forward to. We just don't know what we're getting until it's here, so it's a nice surprise when it comes. So we're going to place our seagull right there, and the other seagulls are going up on dimensionals, and that's just using a half. So I've already got some cut in half already here, and we're going to just put those on the body of our seagulls. And yeah, I was having all kinds of difficulties this morning to start my live. I had to shut it down a couple times and shut down my phone, restart that, and I think I finally got it solved, except I'm upside down for some reason. But I didn't want to push my luck too much. I just left it as is, so it is what it is. I'm going to stick to my finger. Let go. And so we're going to position our seagulls up here in the upper right hand corner. And make sure they're not flying upside down. Okay, so there, I think I've got everything on there. Okay. Let me trim down my ties here a little bit. Oops. And put the glue bottle cap back on. there's our paper pumpkin cards for this month. And it didn't take so long. And I have 2 more designs of each card. So I'm going to do some alternates on those. So that's always fun to figure out too, to see what we can come up with to change them out a little bit and make them our own style. Let me move over here so we can fit them all here. Looks like I'm going the wrong direction. I'm always backwards. Okay, so there's our 3 cards. Yeah, Sharon, Paper Pumpkin has really improved through the years. They've done a good job of upping their game with them, I think. So I'm usually never disappointed lately. I just got to find the time to finish them all. Most of the time I do, but sometimes I don't. So there might be things that I take with camping if we ever get to go. So I'm going to sign off. I want to invite you all to join me again Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock Central Time, and I'll be doing 3 regular cards. I haven't any idea what I'm working on yet, but I'll figure something out, and I'm sure we'll have fun doing it. But if you have any questions on the paper pumpkin, let me know. And also, Stampin' Up! Does have kits that you can order. You just go into my store, and on the left-hand side, you scroll down, and it says kits. Just click on that, and there's all kinds of different kits in there. And I'm thinking about doing a kit class coming up here shortly, so I just want to see how many might be interested in it. So we'll talk about that later. But I want to thank you for being here today. Be sure you share the video like normal and like it, because that Facebook likes that. And we'll see you Wednesday. Bye.